Hey everybody, Zyle here, and welcome to Quest for the Moo. This is a video where I'm going to be detailing my attempt to go to the Gasazon planet, which will have the Gassy Moos. I've not yet landed on it. I can see it. And what we're going to do is basically in this video I'm going to be detailing how I do basically a breach to a new planet. We'll see how far we get, but basically hoping to find Gassy Moo. Don't see any. See some meat. Quite a bit of it. That's kind of nice. And basically this mission is to get the landing for the rocket set up. So what we have here is the Gemini 9, which is equipped with one orbital module where I have 1,000 steel in it, as well as a Trailblazer module, 2 solar panels, fully charged battery, fully charged for 20 tiles of distance. Inside we have, don't worry about these, I'm not waiting for the plants, we're just going to go for it. We've got Darth Vader and R2-D2, pile of rad pills because I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, so need to protect them against the radiation, so this will help a little bit. Pretty good setup. Got luxury barracks, washroom, mess hall. Loaded up with some space food. You can see we have quite a bit. Should keep them going for longer than they need. 3,000 kilograms of algae. Everything we basically need to go for a breach mission. So let's get started. And I'm going to be editing this video and cutting it so that the boring parts are, this is not a base overview. I'm going to do another video tomorrow about things I've updated and changed, but it's just time to start to get this Gassy Moo mission going. So we are ready to head off, hopefully. 2 brave souls. And away they go. All right, we'll cut back when they're in orbit. Okay, so we have arrived at Gasazon, and we're in orbit. So to begin, we will first go into the inside the rocket. We'll check these suits here, and we will undock a suit. And then we will assign it to Darth Vader. He will put it on. And once it's on, then we will be doing the following. We will then select him for the Trailblazer. And we will initially deploy this. And we can see it's going. And we'll quickly go to the planet. And we should be able to see it all fall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's going to be a little tight, but nothing that he can't handle. So we'll go back here. So that's the first thing. Drop the steel onto the surface. Next, we deploy him. And given that that's all fallen there, and I'll probably just build it. You know what? I'll build it maybe up here. So let's just drop him here. Go back to the planet, unpause, and here he comes. And now we can see, and pause it for a minute. So quite a few Gassy Moos. The temperature is extremely cold. Anyways, it's all good. He's ready to get to work. So first thing is to get these cracked open. So we will empty storage on all of them. The reason we do this is we need the steel to build the platform for him. And one more. Okay, so he will immediately get on the work because he's a builder digger type guy. He has nothing else to do. Okay, so he can't reach up here. Let's assume that maybe it's that one. And this one. Okay, so he can get up here. He'll need to take those out. He'll need to take these out. He'll need to take that out. Now he can empty them. We can see, yeah, pretty standard, just a lot of Gassy Moos. So I don't know if we'll be able to get them on this run, like on this trip. The idea is to get the platform established, of course, but we're certainly going to try to pull off a miracle and see if we can leave here with a couple of these guys. Radiation is starting to kick in, even with the rad pill. What is it here? Yeah, it's pretty strong. Yeah, it's he'll be okay. Last one. Okay, so then what you do is you go to the rocketry, rocket platform, and you basically decide where you want to build it. I think I'm just going to go here. I think this is good enough. So we'll set that up, and he'll go and do it right away because he's got nothing else to do. This module's built of gold, so we can deconstruct it. Gives us some refined metals if we need. Plus, we have an extra 200 steel that I brought as well, just in case. Could bring more steel and more materials, but I just basically brought with me what I would need to get this established. So the moment this is done, okay, so what I will do is tell him to go unlock this one. So he gets away from the rocket, and we will go back up in space. And we will tell this to land here, and he will be here quite quickly. Now he's sleeping, so once this dissipates just a little, and he's not going to be able to get up there quite yet. Let's see if we have any materials we can build with. We can jump there. Maybe that'll be enough. And he needs to wake up. Yeah, he's gonna sleep. Now he's doing that first. Oh, I should have prioritized this better. We'll let him finish that. Just worried about the radiation getting too strong. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. So I might have been, should have probably landed it low down here. Then it would have, they could have gotten in right away. But it is what it is. He's going to throw up for a while. The other guy, unfortunately, can't really get out. We will set this switch on so that when he does, he will use the suit. Now he should be, yes, building his ladder. Once he gets that, things will be fine. As you can see, he's got, for skills, his construction 17. So you want a high construction skill when you try and do these little maneuvers so they'll work fast. So now they both have access, and just double check. And I have well, there's a bit of a mess. So. Nothing ever goes smoothly with these types of missions, but if they get in and get out and don't die, then that's good. So it'll be a bit messy. So yeah, he's exited suit. We have limited oxygen though, right? This is already tapped out for filling it. So they're really not here to do very much. I try and get as much done as I can before their suit oxygen runs out, and then we just have to leave. There's not much choice. The point was to breach the planet was to pull that maneuver off and basically establish a rocket platform on that foreign planet. So even now, if we leave, we can come back on another trip with the intention to stay longer and to focus on these. Because right now, some of the things I have to do is I have to deconstruct this and then build storage for these guys, cut in here, build a trap to grab one, and that may be really pushing the limit. I'll try and get as much work as I can done before I go, but I don't want to breach this necessarily without putting a manual airlock in before I do all that, as well as we'd want to get some of these gas grass seeds. So anyways, we'll see how it goes. So I think to start, we're just going to cut in here like that. And I guess we'll use the last of our steel to build an airlock into it, because I don't want it to vent all out while if I have to leave. So we'll just do that. The other thing I'll do is again, I'm only working until their oxygen runs out. Which it may have already more or less happened. Doesn't appear to be. He's very sick though. Luckily, when they radiation vomit, they're getting rid of radiation, so it does help out. Okay, so that'll let them, we'll need to take this one down, I guess. And this one down. Build them a bit of a staircase. Yeah, the radiation on the hardest difficulty is hell. Like this, even with rad pills, that he's managed to get sick, which is actually pretty impressive. So what I may do is, yeah, if I undock this and leave him inside, so. And the other one's starting to get sick as well. Okay, so he's gotten that done. We might as well just deconstruct this. Oops. Cancel auto delivery. Deconstruct that. Because then that would allow us to put in a critical cargo bay, because we can make it out of gold. We'll build one. And then we'll see about, I don't want to push my luck. I think I need them to get this done first, so I think I'm just going to build a ladder right there, and that'll allow them to get down. I also got to keep an eye on their stress. I'm going to look at in here. Yeah, he's at 56, so that's going to keep climbing quite fast, especially because his feet are getting wet and he's getting sick. And you don't want to go too much beyond where we're at right now because of the high setting, the stress, as you can see. Yeah, he picked up 53%, right? It's going to go very, very fast. So I'm still going to try and push it, though, because his when he gets stressed out, he's a binge eater. Not so good, but we'll still keep pushing it. Really like to grab one of these guys before I go. You're stuck. Build ladder there. The perils of planet breaches. Now, if that's him going to sleep, then it's time to go. Yeah. Yeah, it's time to go. Anyway, so that was just a show of planet breaching. Like, obviously, if I had come down, just built the lander, and then took off again, it would have been much less severe, but I decided I would try and push a bit harder, hoping to have grabbed one of these guys. But best thing to do is to return back home, know I can land now easily, and then come back with a crew that's like have this designed up with maybe 3 bays, and come back with a crew that's more that bring like an actual tamer, so I don't have to give them the skill points. Come in with low stress, they land, they grab a couple, and they get out. So 2 trips will work, but that's how I did it's just how I do my setups for getting a platform built and the design I use. All right, so now I've returned back with after that vomit-induced run. Yeah, it was the radiation on that planet that was really causing the issues, because once they got back in the rocket, they were the radiation went back to normal, and they were good for the return trip home. So have to go back for another trip to grab the moos, and I'm about to launch that. So we've got the moo farm all set up and ready to go, because obviously it was important to make sure that when I bring them back, they have a home to live in. So this setup, I basically borrowed the idea, or more or less the layout, from a GC Fungus video, where his moo video, where he gave a bunch of layouts, and I like this one, so I've more or less used the same setup. I'm going to modify it a little bit. His removal system, I think it needs to check for pressure, as well as just the if there's natural gas in both these tiles, or else you might end up pumping out some of the oxygen, but we'll see. I may change that, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, so that's all set up, ready to go for them when I bring them back. My other rocket is off mining right now. It's up here, and it's going to mine to get the liquid chlorine that we'll need, and it has a large liquid tank, so it'll fill up with liquid chlorine. We'll bring that back, and he'll be back with that before the other team returns. And then we have Lando as the pilot, and Mace Windu for the ranching, and they are ready to go. One thing I do have to check, of course, is airborne trap. Airborne trap is made out of ores or steel. Well, we're gonna risk it that we'll be able to scrap something together. How much does it take to make one of those anyways? Airborne trap. Yeah, I may have to do some other funky moves to pull it off, but we'll see. Yeah, one way or another, we'll figure it out. So they'll be good. They've got food. They've got rad pills. There's lots of algae. Suits are ready to go. Morale will be high on their trip, so let's get them launched. Everything should be good. Last check. All crew boarded. Why is it saying all crew not boarded? Mace. Oh yeah, he doesn't need to be in there. Mace and Lando. Yeah. Okay, so checklist is complete. They're good to go. All right, I got 3 critter traps to bring the moose back with, so I'll edit back in once they land on the planet. And here we are, coming in for a hard landing on Gasazon. See if we can pull this mission off. Oh, I haven't looked here in a while. This is not good. I mean, thank God there's one, but it seems like all the other ones have died off. Oh no, this might be easier than I thought. I don't even have to. Well, I have to breach to get seeds, so I'll have to do that. But at least we can secure these guys right away. So, anyways, let's unpause it. Let them come down, and before we let them land, one important thing to do: Gemini X, flip this switch so that they will actually use their Atmos suits. And we'll just check their priorities, because we want to make sure ranching, yes, is top for him. And you know what, you can actually for now have some supplying and storing. Lando, you're looking good. All right, so they should wear their suits and go out, and first thing we'll do is figure out if we can make a trap. And we will definitely be trying to grab that one first. We will set our, let this land. Okay, it should have landed. We want to find the Gassy Moo. Select, copy. All right, so he's at the wrangle. I don't know if that'll work though. Probably have to use the trap as the easiest way. We can build one. We can build it out of this, which conveniently has fallen, I guess. We'll put it right there. Hopefully, if it needs bait, that's going to be an issue. I wonder if this trick will work actually even better. I think I'll do this instead. Yeah, because it's 50. I'm just going to build that. Okay, let's see what happens here. Anybody coming out? Now they're busy eating. That's good. It means they just finished their cycle, I think. Oh, okay, so window's going out. And what is he going to do? He's going to go out. And he's going to wrangle one. Right on. Okay. Now, that's good. So that means we will try and wrangle this one. We'll try and wrangle this one. Actually, you know what? No, we'll do it that way. Now we have to get in here and dig these up and try and get some seeds, though. So this is still very valid. Yep. And I believe there is steel for it. Yeah. So let's see what happens. It's gonna get another one, I hope. Nice. This is quite easy. Get this one. Come on. You can reach him. He's getting close. Come on, get him. He'll finish the ladder, dig this out. I'm going to put some priorities here too. Not sure what action it will be that will cause them to do that, but we'll put him up like that. And hopefully, this is priority 9. Yeah. This can be a little temperamental. You always got to make sure that it's actually reachable. That could be the issue as well. So we'll just stick that in there. See if that'll work. We've got them all wrangled. We just got to get them on board. And then we'll also have to uproot that one, and we better build. There's a lot of building gonna have to be done here. What is? Oh, it's the plant. Okay. Try and get all those. Yeah, I need to plant 12 of them, so I'm going to try and grab as many seeds as I can. So once I have the seed out, then I can set it for the storage. I'm getting concerned they're not grabbing these guys, though. Now that ladder's built, it should be accessible. Yes, there he goes. Perfect. Radiation sickness starting to kick in. Time is going to be limited. we have to get those seeds before we can go. I'm going to cancel this because we don't need to do that. And we better check and make sure they're allowed to do farming. Priorities. Oh yeah, look at that. They're gonna be thrown up soon enough. Now I'll put his farming up above everything else. So he's got them all on board. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so gas grass seed. And we have to set this. Seed, grass, gas, grass. Okay, so now they should grab the seeds and bring them in. They're going to be getting sick, but their stress is 0, so they can handle throwing up for a bit. Nice chunks of meat. Good, he's grabbing seeds. Okay, so we know that's all we're getting. There's 4 of them sitting right there. That is perfect. Again, I want to get as many as I can. So, get that going. I'm going to take those ones next. If I could get 12, I'd be happy. It's only 10% chance every time they harvest, they drop a seed. So I'd really like to come home with 12. Still working. Not throwing up yet. Where are you going? Oh, okay, I see. Then I guess maybe I go for these ones. The other ones don't look so convenient to grab. I may just grab what I can from this chamber and call it a day. Yep, so we're going to build over here as well. Try and get these ones. If I can get all that on board, everything else is just going to take a little bit too long to dig into. I mean, I could probably cut down and grab these ones. We'll see how they're feeling after I get all this sorted out, though. I imagine they're already going for their sleep break. Yeah. Ravenous appetite on the max difficulty is insane. We gotta eat 2,000 kcals. Getting all worried about the amount of food we have. We might even say on this, you know what? We're gonna say we're gonna grab that meat. So we're gonna say that. There was a huge chunk of meat we'll take just in case. So we'll need to build down to that and grab it. Do the double step trick. I'm even gonna tell them to sweep. There we go. We'll take that meat. That'll help us ensure that we get back okay. Stress is still 0, or at least no, I wasn't looking inside. Wait till they come out. Yeah, stress is still fine. Four more. I may go for these ones still. I mean, it'd be easy at 5 more plus some another 16,000 meat. Might just do that. It's a pretty easy dig down. Nice. Good grab of the meat. He can dig down here, he can get down here. Dig up this. 9. So, let's just try that. Luckily, my ranchers also do part-time farming, so his skill's pretty good. They work fast. Let's come back down. Get that rest of that meat. Maybe. We have a check in here. Sleep cycle. Not bad. They got enough food now. And how many seeds have we gotten? 9, 10. So I want 2 more. If I get 2 more, then I can fill the farm, and then we're pulling out. So let's just quickly see. There's 1 on the ground here, and then they'll grab this one, And why not take this meat? So you should go down there and get those last ones. Yeah. He's going to get the meat. This needs to get dug up. It's priority 9. Come on, Mace. Get down there. There we go. And then you gotta tell him to sweep it. Which he doesn't want to do. He's got better things to do with his time. There's the rest of that meat. We get that last seed and we're out. Anyhow, so that's loaded up. I'd say it's successful. They're going to be on... Whoa! They're going to be on their way back. They'll be dodging meteors. When they get the rest of this meat. Get it all. Yep, there we go. You know what? That's good enough, boys. Let's get out of here. Very successful mission. And he goes in, and that's it. Okay, so we change up the crew. Change our destination to go back home. And... we're all good. Let's get out of here. And there we go. Mission accomplished. A thing of beauty. And now we're back with the liquid chlorine. This guy was mining it using drill cone from that radioactive anomaly or whatever. So yeah, so it's in this tank here. Basically, the liquid unloader, chlorine goes through the pipes, then into a liquid loader, which transfers it into this internal fake rocket system, as you can see, and then it loads it up into this liquid chlorine tank, and then the unloader for chlorine is stopped because I have the automation switch set off. When I want to start pumping it, I can switch this on. And then basically, like one of my concerns is that even though it's insulated, I just don't want this to ever warm up or anything. So yeah, we'll see. But the valve will control the flow rate for exactly the amount that the plants will require. So it gets metered out, and it will feed to the plants will be planted here. So anyways, that's how that's how I move the chlorine. You don't get a whole lot off of mining it, but I'm not sure how much I'm going to need. But I'm going to go back for another load very shortly. And now we're back, and we have relocated our Gassy Moos. As we can see, we've got them in the home. They're producing natural gas, and soon once our lines are finished being put in, we'll be milking them for their brackene to send down ultimately to our pips that I will be redoing a lot of how this whole setup is, simply because of the way that this is actually a 5 tile high spot, so I have to come up with some kind of scheme to kind of fit that together cohesively. So I'm not sure how I'll do that, but anyways, the system is done, the moves are captured, and I got the achievement. First time I've ever done the Tame of Gassy Moo achievement. It's only 0.7% of players on Steam have this achievement, which is I'm pretty happy to get one of the low-hanging ones. So system's pretty easy. There is some oxygen up here to pressurize the natural gas to fall down here. Double detectors for natural gas, along with a pressure detector for, I set it to 1500, so that it will truly have natural gas. Now there's one issue going on, which is that the chlorine coming in ends up warming up sometimes, and I'm just monitoring it to see how that will continue to work. Like, it's all at negatives right now, so I'm not entirely sure if it's going to keep happening. It might have been just getting the pipe slightly cool enough, because if it gets below like minus 36, I believe, then it'll turn back to chlorine. So it actually has to be kept quite cold. So you can see here, this would have burst a little bit of damage and leaked some chlorine in because of the minus 33. So I'm thinking it's just because it has to cool everything down a little bit more, and it's going through insulated pipes. It's very slow before it'll start to stabilize. So I'll watch that for a while. For now, though, simply have a filter on here for the to shove out the
chlorine that should happen to come along. I am at the point now where I could actually simply just take this and run it into my chlorine capturing system, which I'm probably going to do, and just to not waste it. I wouldn't mind having a little bit more chlorine on hand, so I might do that. So anyways, they're in here and they're happy. The reasoning for how this is set up, they don't lay eggs the way that normal creatures do. Instead, what they do is they hit a point here with this accumulation, and when it hits 100%, they call another moo, and that moo will come in from space and arrive. And they have to be able to have visual to space in order to do that. So they will call in, and it will just land somewhere. And then we have this set to wrangle moos, maximum 0, auto wrangle with 0. So then when a moo shows up here, this area, I'll probably block this off once I see how it works. But basically, it's like if anywhere outside of the 2 zones, if there is a moo present, they should wrangle it. And then either if this one needs more moos, it'll put it in here. If not, then it will put it in here. As well as we got our standard meat collectors for when any of them die, and then a dirt delivery system that will be wired in to feed the plants. To automate this is so that really the dupes will only have to come here for grooming and for milking. Anyway, so that's the setup. It was quite the journey to get there, but pulled it off. And anyways, thanks for watching. And if you like this short demonstration video that I made on the quest for the Gassy Moo, then please hit the like button, consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. So, see you in the next one.